it's and welcome back to my channel for another bullet journal video. Today is my October setup for 2021 and my theme is potion and witchy theme. So I went for like potions and also a little bit of like witchy kind of stuff. So the cover page that you can see right now is just a hand with like a cloud, like it could be magic kind of vibe. And I did it with watercolor just so it would look a little better. I used kind of pinkish with a little bit of violet in it and a violet one for the darker part. And yeah, that's my cover page. Really easy, really simple. And as always, if you want to see the close-ups of all the spreads, you can find them at the end of the video. I will put the time on the screen. My cover page was extremely quick to do, so we are already on to the monthly calendar, and I used my classic layout, which is just 3 columns on one side and 4 on the other one, so 1 column for each days of the month, and then the lines are the numbers of week that are in the month. And I just bubbled in one of the corners to add the number of the day. And also, I'm sorry if you can see me in the corner. I tried to crop that off, but I wasn't careful enough while I was filming, so I'm really sorry for that. But I added the days on the top of each columns, and I just did it in a calligraphic style with cursives, and then added the days of each date in the little corners, and then I wrote October at the top of the page with my calligraphic style. But it's obviously very fake calligraphy because I just do the marking first and then I fill it in with black. I used Faber Castel Pitt artist pens, the S for the lettering, and then to fill it in I used a B, which is more like a paintbrush. And then I went on to do the shelves on the side. I decided to go for shelves with potions and books and herbs on top to represent kind of a potion-y theme. So I just have like, it could be what a witch have to decorate in her house. I don't really know, but I just thought it looked really cute, so I went with that. And I colored it in with my Tombow markers inside of the potions. I used a darker shade in the front, and then the part that was kind of behind inside of the potion I used a lighter shade, which I will do a little later, and I colored it in the shells, and then the books, the herb, which I used one of my favorite sage green to do. I was dying to use it since I got it, but I never got to use it, so I was so happy for that. And I did the books with a really light brown. I'm not sure if it was the best color to use, but honestly I think it looked not too bad, so I'm not complaining. And then I just used some more of the watercolor like I did for the cover page to draw some magic coming out of the potion. I don't really know how I could describe it. And I used the same technique as I did with the cover page. Also, I forgot to mention it, but if you're interested in any of the supplies that I use, I will link everything in the description box down below, so you can go check that out. And we are done with the monthly calendar, so we are moving on to my habit tracker, which I used the same layout as I did for last month actually, which is just a box with a line at the top for each one of the days and a column on the side where I put all the habits, and then I go on the day, which is a column, and I go down for each one of the habits and I cross it if I did it. So I usually like it a lot. It's way more practical, and I also have less habits than I used to because I took off the moods that I had and I put them in my mood tracker, because things like stressed and inspired, I don't know, I was putting them in my habit tracker because I also track my health. So it was kind of important, but now I decided that I wanted to have it in my mood tracker instead. And I like this layout a lot more because I am using it for September and it works really well. And I always divide by section. I have one for habits, one for self-care, I have symptoms, and at the bottom I have my meds, so I can also keep track of what meds I'm taking. And I did not fill it in this video because I wasn't sure what I wanted to track for October, because I am doing this a little bit in advance. But if you want to see all of that, you can follow me on TikTok, because I post there daily and sometimes even twice a day. So make sure to follow me there if you want to see a lot more bullet journal content. But back to the actual content, I drew a little potion after the title, and then on the left side I am adding a migraine tracker, because if you're new to my channel, I have chronic migraines and I have to track them really well, especially because I have to take meds for them, and I really need for my neurologist to be able to know what type of migraines I had, how many I had, how severe they were, so I have to track all of that. And that's why I changed my habit tracker style, is to be able to fit a separate migraine tracker on the side, which goes from 0 to 10 for the level of pain. And as the habit tracker, I just have all the days at the top, and then on going down I have the pain level, and then I just fill it in for each day. And I added in the corner 2 little potions, and I'm doing with watercolor the same thing that I did for the other pages. And it honestly was something hard to do because it took me ages for it to dry. And sorry for the really bad transition here, I forgot to film one, but I switched to the mood tracker. And also something that I did not mention is that in the magic I was using a white gel pen to do the little stars detailing, so I just wanted to mention it. But for the mood tracker, I did the same shelves as I did in my monthly calendar spread, and I just did those shelves and I did 31 potions on top for one for each one of the days of October, and it honestly took me ages to do. This spread was by far the longest one to do. I'm so happy I did it because it turned out so well, but honestly I don't know if I would do it again because it took ages to do all the detailing because I was also putting caps in the bottles and doing different level of mixture in them, and it just all different sizes and forms and everything, and it looks amazing once it's done. I'm so happy with how it turns out, but it was a lot to do. And for the header, I just did a simple rectangle, and the sides are scrapey. I don't know how to explain it really. And for the key at the bottom of the left side, I just did kind of a paper that is folded or is unwrapping itself, and I just wrote key and space to put the colors for each one of my moods. So I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but I really love it actually. I then numbered each one of the bottles from 1 to 31 for each one of the days, and once again added some magic coming out of them. I just did a couple here and there just to add a little bit of color and tie it more together with the rest of the pages, just because I felt like it needed a little something, even though it's gonna be filled in later. It was kind of blank, and then I also colored it in the shelves, and I did them so thin it was kind of a struggle to fill them in without putting color everywhere. I tried different methods, as you can probably tell, but it was honestly really hard, especially because the paint wasn't dry when I did that, so I had to be careful not to put my hand on the wet paint and smudge it everywhere. So yeah, it was kind of hard. So if you want to do this, wait for the paint to dry. That's way better. And then I just went back and colored in the caps of each one of the bottles. I also then added some color to the key part, but you'll see that in a second. And basically that's pretty much it for this spread, but I think it turned out so cute. I was really happy with it. And then we are on to my sleep tracker, which is basically the same one I do each month. Honestly, I don't really have another type of spread because it's the one that really works for me. I used to do the one where you draw all the numbers on each line for each day, and it used to take me hours, and I would always make a bunch of mistakes, honestly. So I just switched to this way of doing it, and honestly it's just been working so well for me, and it's so much more easy to do than what I used to do. So I'm not going back for now. I'm staying with this layout, but I am trying to find something that would work even better. I don't actually have another one for now, but if you have any idea, I mean, I'm open to suggestion. You can put a comment on my TikToks or DM me pictures on Instagram if you have anything. I mean, I'm open to it. But I just added 2 potions on the side just to tie it with the theme just a little more, but I don't usually put anything at the bottom of the page just so I don't have anything going on the tracker that would make it difficult for me to actually use the tracker. And also, I think I didn't mention it, but the pen that I use to do those lines is a micro eyeball fine liner, and this one I think is a micro actually. I'm not actually 100% sure, but you can find it in the description box with all the other ones. and I just do on the horizontal line the numbers of cups, and it's spaced always by 2, so if I drink half a cup I can just do half a cup, and I do from 1 cup to 13, I think. Like, as long as there's room, I continue on with the rating, even though technically I never drink that much water. I mean, we never know. And going down, of course, there's a number of each day for the month, and I also added a little potion on the side of the title, as I always do. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So this video is pretty much over. I hope you enjoyed. If you wanna see more, definitely subscribe for more. Follow me on all of my social medias, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!